got us a Seavark over for the team to first up versus Parasite as the guy trying to see if he could weave around the mage. For Austin, I think he's going to have to maximize control, but I don't even know how you're going to be able to do that versus Parasite. But if you can lock him down somehow, or at least keep him at a distance, keep him at bay with full CDs, you might actually be able to crack through those powerful defenses. But I think it's about all you can really do. Got himself a Canosphere. Can you dodge it? Trying to see if he can maneuver around it. Is able to avoid it pretty easily. Got himself the I-Beam. Able to charge in. Seavark trying to use enhanced mobility in order to get ahead of Parasite. Does run him for a second. Breath into Ring of Frost. Catching him with a trigger to follow. Parasite knows that if he's sitting out in the open, he's just a sitting duck. And it's not going to feel great whatsoever. Trying to see if he can stay mobile while midair off of the every single vengeful retreat. I-Beam, get himself a charge, stun him to Seavark, does himself a blink with a root immediately while out in the open. Parasite might be looking at another walk right now because he's not feeling all that good. Sigil of Fear does lock down Seavark, but Parasite is still taking huge hits either way though. Trying to see if he can reverse it back onto Austin with an Icebuck right after. Parasite with a blur should be just survivable just fine, but for Austin, that is an early block, so he will not have the immunity anymore. And Parasite does not waste any time, charges out immediately as soon as he sees the mage coming out of the ice block. Does not want to give it a second into an imprison. Does to himself the altar. If you can remove the altar, that'd be huge, but the roots are keeping Parasite kind of at bay. Does have the void elf racial to at least back away. It is able to chip away at him with those missiles little by little. Got himself the I-Beam, used to recover as much health as possible, staying away from the metamorphosis, trying to keep it slowed as it's going to be eventually retreat towards the pillar, and Seavark actually takes it. If Parasite is going to leap towards the pillar, he's just going to blink back into the other position. And this time around, Parasite is not a mage foot, so he actually can't really easily catch up on health, can he? Just kind of has to wait it out, while Austin, no longer on his same team, does have access to mage food. Parasite with the touch of the magic, misses around the corner, not looking all that great, but just needs himself a good lockdown onto Austin. And he'll be in a great spot as Seavark trying to avoid him, quick imprisoned by the Demon Hunter as he's just blasting him out from a distance. Parasite not feeling that great, doesn't want to walk into a ring of fire. Got himself Sigil, maybe can get himself some health. Maybe a Shadow Meld just now? Might have been a Shadow Meld or not? I'm not even sure. Might be looking at another walk though, as Austin so far has been able to pressure him with those barrages, keeping him slowed as best as possible. But Parasite, is there an opportunity for him to win? Got himself an Arcanosphere, able to dodge it pretty easily, and able to stay mid-air, trying to see if he can get away from any kind of slows from Austin. There's going to be a Metamorphosis to try to see if he can avoid the Ring of Fire. Does go for the big immunity, but Rogers right after. Austin with the breath, shrinking out of Parasite, picking up as much healing as possible. Big cleave onto Austin with a stun, blinking away, does face in the right direction. Big burst, and I think it's over for the Demon Hunter. That is such an insane amount of control that the mage has to maintain in order to win that duel. That is so rough. Parasite did a fantastic job putting pressure on Austin, but he had to be basically ahead of the schedule the entire time. Sniper shot around the back. This is last second. Hold on for Necro. That's not that great. Are you still in camo? You dropping down flare? I think you're out of camo now, right? Try to see if we can pick up Austin. Breath. Dude, that invis was so perfectly timed. I think Austin maybe felt like his spidey sense was tingling. Like, okay, I feel like a sniper shot is coming. Random invis. Perfectly timed as Necro was looking for him. That was actually kind of good. Does go for the silence on Austin. Big Death Chakram ripping through the mage. Does not have Icebuck for about 2 minutes. So he's not feeling that good. But the Prismatic Shield, I believe it is? Oh no. Because one is Prismatic Barrier, which is his Arcane Shield. The other is, I don't remember, but it's a shield that lets him recover a bit of health. Dropping down Ring of Frost onto Necro. Knocking him, does end up freezing him. Could be an opportunity to make some damage happen. Necro got quite a bit of hits, so either way, shifting power for Austin. Does not have Icebuck coming back up anytime soon still, though. Missiles are chasing Necro all the way across the entire arena, but he does have the advantage in the extra distance that he has. And that's going to be Austin trying to see if he can back up out of it. Got himself a shield with a couple of, arcane explosions. Camo up for Necro, though. Random orb. Oh, does connect. No shot with another orb right after. I cannot believe that Arcanosphere hit him. That was actually, I felt like it shouldn't. I felt like it was not even close. Rapid fire into a scatter. Necro got himself a decent setup into a Death Chakram. But Austin picking up a little bit of healing from a Alter Time. Does get hit with a silence. Necro still taking huge hits with a touch of the magic. Wants to go for that long range damage. Barrages out for Austin with missiles around the corner. Cannot be interrupted while channeling missiles. Big hits out of Necro out of nowhere. I don't even know what just hit the guy. Was just a random like arcane shot? Or aim shot rather? I don't even know. Does get hit with a dot. I think maybe with a touch of the magic too, or not touch of the magic. Another Tempest goes for feign death with a turtle. I think he's trying to use Turtle aggressively, that or defensively. I think just trying to see if he can get some cover. Arcane may be able to connect though. If you're not careful, does connect into Touch of the Magic. Rapid fire, barrage. Oh, that was so close. Austin needs to sit down and eat as much food as possible, but I think Rosie wants to give him an honor duel. Yep. Give it a chance to at least sit down and get himself food as best as he can. Rosie, I appreciate the honorable duels here. We are hitting that 5-minute mark for the duel, 5:30 specifically, 26% dampening. So right now you're playing the duel like as if you got like a warrior's mortal strike on you at all times. So the amount of healing you're going to be able to do is going to be limited. For a mage, that could be rough because there's just not a lot of recovery opportunities. You got a shield, you got alter time as the big damage reversal, maybe also like the barrier too, or rather the shield, but that's really about all you got. Maybe Icebook, which Silver does get back up, but the longer we wait, the worse that healing is going to be overall. For Rosie, he does have actually hard cast healing with healing surges as well as Guardian, which could be helpful. Big Arcane does not connect, having to go for a shield right afterwards, and Rosie knocking him up in the air. Lightning Lasso does force a trinket out of Austin pretty early on. The big defensives out of Rosie. Once you get on the aggressive side, is dropping down a healing totem, but it's going to be Austin with the ult time, does end up in position, taking out a totem very, very quickly for Rosie, and should maybe be able to come back and get some kind of a go. Trying to go for missiles, but trying to make sure he doesn't get interrupted. Next lasso could be really deadly, especially if Austin uses Blink really early on to position. If Rosie's careful, he could maybe get an Ice Block really, really early, or Blink early out of Austin, and then maybe CC him, does trap him in the totem, going in for Invis, cannot break out of the totem, having to find a way around it, Touch of the Magic, trying to go counter-offensive as Rosie blasting him out, but having to play a little defensive here. Got himself movement while casting with Spirit Walker's Grace, giving him immunity to interrupts for a little. Austin repositions back on him, Meteor coming down, breaking out of the lasso, barrages cat, Rosie super, super low in health, does interrupt him with more missiles, one more barrage, might just do it, does get the barrages back to back with free orbs as well. Those orbs do help out quite a bit because it just gives you so much extra arcane power, or arcane, what is it, not power, charges just for free. It's like 1 per orb and then 1 extra per target that it hits, so like 2, which is pretty good. I mean, that's very lucky. It's a low chance of those 2 arcane charges. Big blast on the top G, does have himself an immunity to casting for just a second with a precog. I think interrupted a kick back at himself off a reflect. Mad drilling onto top G, blasting him out as the Ice Block comes out of Austin. Use it for immunity with a little bit of healing, but mostly just trying to see if he can get out and just blast out top G with a bit of that slows, I guess, with the barrages and whatnot. Taking lots of hits, but is able to at least reverse it. Top G having to press a big defensive right now, but cannot reconnect with Austin to get any kind of healing off of those bloodthirsts. Charging him, Austin blinking away, does get a full Nova onto Top G, barrages right after, more missiles to follow. I think it's just over unless Top G got an answer. If Austin didn't even use a Fire Blast in between of that. That is fun, dude. Is Fire Blast off GCD for Arcane Mages? I haven't used that ability, I feel like, in a long while, man. Sap onto Austin as Lucky, trying to see if he can get lucky this time around. Usually, Lucky, whoever he targets, whoever he marks for death, is just dead no matter what you do. Clock of Shadows really early on. Austin taking huge hits out of sepsis. Nothing can be done. Lucky just sent everything. The only way that Silver could have won that one, I think, is with an Ice Block. But Lucky does send literally the world at whoever he's fighting. Faded is going to be up next. Big stun onto Luck with a sepsis of his own. Luck, unless you have an answer for this one, I think it just might be over. Mad Eviscerate, cheat death. I think it's just dead to the sepsis, right? Get in the shot, Faded. Just trinket out of it with a vanish to follow him. Blind of Lucky. Technically DR'd on stuns, but I think Faded could vanish unless you AoE him out. Luck got out of there. He still has a blind too. And Faded no longer has a trinket or a blind. Hold on. Luck might be able to bring it back. Faded technically still has the Arcane Shield from Seavark. Not cheating. Just Seavark needed to pop a shield on himself, and he needed a second shield, and it covers his team. Nothing you can do. Luck AoEing out. I feel like that's deadly. You don't even have cheat death either. I feel like you should never have Phantom Knifed. Unless you get some more break out of the CC. It's a Luck if you live. There's just no way. Yeah, I feel like maybe if Lucky would have just stuck in stealth and just sat and just recouped, I think he might have had a chance, but man, once you have no cheat death, it's over. That was a fantastic duel, by the way, with Seavark as well as Parasite, and then going through the enemy team, but Luck was able to take him out. I feel like every time Luck is in these duels, like whoever he's going up against, he always gets the kill. Doesn't matter when, doesn't matter where. Whether at the start of the match or at the end of the match, he always gets his way. Let's get another one going.